everyone, my name is Callista Baluch and I am an intern coordinator and laboratory technician at Christine Davis Consultants.
Hi, I'm Cameron Miller.
I'm Elizabeth Griffith.
And we're interns with CDC.
Not the COVID thing.
Christine Davis Consultants, or CDC, was founded in 1985 by Christine Davis in Verona, Pennsylvania. We are a small business that specializes in archaeological investigations and cultural resource projects. Currently, CDC is working on a project in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, partnering with the National Road Heritage Corridor and Pennsylvania Western University. The National Road received a grant from the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources to complete the processing and collections management for this project. This project that we're working on in Uniontown is known as Fort Gaddis or Gaddis Fort Archaeological Site. Myself, as well as Liz and Cameron and 3 other interns from Pennsylvania Western University will all be working on this project together. Fort Gaddis was built on the Catawba Trail between 1758 and 1770 by Thomas Gaddis. Gaddis was from Virginia and was said to have arrived in Fayette County sometime after 1758. Gaddis was a lieutenant colonel of Monongalia County in Virginia, as well as part of the Sandusky expedition, and served in the American Revolution. Fort Gaddis is located in Pennsylvania, Fayette County, and is about a couple miles south of Uniontown. Fort Gaddis was said to be a safe place for militia to go to during the American Revolution, as well as a place to have general meetings and conversations with everyone in the community. Obviously, throughout the years, Gaddis had some changes made to it, but it's still in the same exact spot as it was beforehand, and it's actually known as one of the oldest buildings in Fayette County. One of the main goals for this project is that if someone were to look at this in the future, we want them to be able to easily understand what was happening back then and also learn from that. We also just want to be able to inform the public on what we're finding and the interesting things we're finding in this collection, and just update the public on what could be around them in Fayette County. So you all are also probably wondering where we are keeping this collection and where we do our research at. This is where we are very grateful that the Fayette County Historical Society has given us a space at their Haddonville school for us to keep our collection in, as well as host as our lab. Now we are going to give you a little tour of our lab and show you the things we are currently processing and working on. This is our entrance of our lab. This is where we keep our supplies at. This is our schedule and information to know. This is a setup of our desks. This is where we're currently working on our artifacts at. We have window glass, metal pieces, leather shoe fragments seen on the trays. Then we have our wall picture of Fort Gaddis and our public outreach that each person in the lab writes a Facebook post about. Then you are viewing more artifacts such as pieces and fragments of bones, specifically mammals, as well as more pieces of bottle glass. This is a picture of Fort Gaddis in the 1970s when the crew was excavating. This is a lock from the collection that could be from a door or a chest. These are examples of coins found in the collection that could possibly be quarters or pennies. What you're seeing on the tray are some metal pieces, bottlenecks, and different ceramic stoneware pieces. This is one of our interns, Liz, labeling for the collection. Some of my favorite artifacts in the collection that we are finding are intact bottles, such as this one. And as you can tell, it has markings on it, and we can date that back to a certain time period or the company that the bottle was made at. Then I also like the ceramic pieces that we're finding in the collection, such as this piece. And you can tell by the shape of it, it is a stoneware base. And then it also has a salt glazed exterior.
One of the things that we like to look at in the archaeological collection is bones. Bones are really cool. They can tell us tons of stuff about the collection. One of the things that we like to look at is things like the teeth that can tell us the differences in species, or maybe some of the identifying marks that can show us things like the age of an animal. Another thing that we like to look at is the difference between some of the alterations that the bones can have. There's alterations that can be made to bone by animals, like rodent chew marks, and the other thing is alterations made by humans, like a cut mark for maybe like a meat cut or something like that. Overall, they can just tell us many things about what was going on in the collection and how the people were interacting with the animals that they were eating, hunting, and just interacting with them.
Hi, I'm Liz. My favorite artifacts from Fort Gaddis are the ceramics, and we have a whole bunch. So the ceramics we have are made up of chinaware, whiteware, redware, and porcelain. And I did a segment on a porcelain doll. You can go look at that on the CDC Facebook page. It's a great post. So right here, for example, I have is a pitcher. So we're thinking it was some kind of pitcher, maybe water, anything type of liquid. Here's where the handle used to be, and they tried gluing the pieces back together. And then we also have this piece. It's of a tea plate, which is really cool, and you can see the design. It's very cool, and they tried putting it back together again also. And also talking about Callista's Maker's Mark, we have this example. It says cologne on it. From research, we can find Ralph Stevenson's and Sons patterned this plate called cologne from the 1834 and 1840s. And then also here we have is a teacup. It is a chinaware, and you can tell by the shape that it's a teacup. And then here is a plate. It's a big plate. We have many pieces of the plate, and some are gone, some are here, but yeah.
One of our favorite artifacts we found so far is this duck.
Look at that.
Thank you everyone who watched this video, and stay tuned for more updates on Fort Gaddis.
You'll see our lovely faces.